Yeah. So today we are going to learn how to count the word in given sentence, right?
Mhm.
Maybe this is the our sentence, maybe input. Let's example string your sentence. Maybe this is a test message. Okay, right?
Right.
Okay. So our objective, if you run this code, we have a sentence can be one line, two line, anything. But our objective, we have to find out this is the one sentence. In this sentence, contain one word, two word, three word, four word, right?
Mhm.
So, Mike, before going to solve the problem, let I ask you. This is the given sentence. Can you tell me the number of word? So, how as a we human being recognize the particular word?
Mhm.
There are four
Whenever
words.
we start reading from here, and whenever we reach some space, right?
Hmm.
When we
Right.
reach space, that time we say, "Ki now we find one word," right? This is only
Mhm.
Correct.
one demarcation. If I'm right, not a space, then how someone say, "Ki this is a not a word," right?
Right.
So, as a human eye, we catch any space between the two alphabet, right?
Mhm.
So, before space, I considering this is the word, right? Again, going to continue. Again, I find any space character. Before that, I consider this is the one word, right?
Mhm.
Notice carefully, one space, two space, and three space, right?
All right.
So that means ki we have a one. Whenever one space, that means ki we have a sorry. Whenever this is my sentence, whenever I find first space, I say ki this is a count one, right?
All right.
Whenever I find second space, I can say count one, count two word, right?
Mhm.
Whenever find I third space, I say
Mhm.
three count.
All right.
But still, I have a word one, two, three, four word.
Forward. Yeah.
So that means ki the number of space the currently which we have, our output should be four, but number of space is equal to three, right?
Correct.
So if I am able to find out the count the number of space plus one plus last one, right? We are getting exact count. You are not getting.
Oh, Jibbe, I didn't get because of
See,
that is
eh,
a three space in there
this
in
is the this
between
is
that
the
is
space
ten.
one.
One,
This
two,
is
and
the
three. That's
space
it.
two.
Yeah.
This is the space three, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Three space.
All
But
right.
actually, word. How many word? One word,
The forward.
word,
Four.
three word, four word.
All
Four.
right.
Word should be four, but space should be three. So
Right.
if you find out number of space, here is space one, you can say one word. Space two, you can say two word. Space
And
three, you can say three word. And whenever you reach last item, also we have to
oh, I
count
see.
one word. So last word is you recognize without space, right?
Right.
As a human being, say initially also we are not considering any space. We are just start from here. Whenever
Mhm.
first space come, then we can say word one. Next
Mhm.
space come, second word. Third space
Mhm.
come, fourth word. But after that, whenever our string end, there is no any space, right?
No space in
Still,
there.
I am counting. This is the one word, right?
Right.
This is human intelligence. We automatically identify. Oh, now this is the end of line. That means one word, right?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
The same thing here. We have to also think whenever we are going to first space, you can say one count. Second space, one count. third space, one count. And once
Right.
you reach the line end, you can
Mm-hmm.
also say one more count, right?
Right.
So you can get the 4 count. Is it okay?
Yeah.
So the last one is a space tool, the last
But the
position.
last one, there is no space. If you notice, we have no space in the start, no is the last. You notice our input is start from T, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
end from E, right?
Right,
Mm-hmm.
Not start, even we are not starting with a space and not ending with a space, right?
right.
Mm-hmm.
So our intention, if someone say we have to count the word, so we are going to read one by one character. Whenever we found one space, right?
Right.
Have to say I have found one word, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again go continue, again find one space. I say next word, right? Again
Mm-hmm.
go, again find one space, say third word. Again
Mm-hmm.
go, and whenever you not found any space, but you
Mm-hmm.
end of line, right? Means ki now your
Right.
input is closed. Then again you say plus one more, right?
Right.
So this is the plus one we have to add more.
Mm-hmm.
This is the number of space. You can say space one, space two, space three, right? A plus
Right.
one because this is the last word, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thus, here we are counting three space, a plus one equal to four word.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's clear.
Yeah.
So let's here you find out number of space, a plus last word, right?
Right.
So let us write a function static return count means integer
Mm-hmm.
word count input whatever the sentence you have, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's out. No print anything. Sorry. Just say integer initially count should be 0.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Return count. And here we have to invoke this function int count
Mm-hmm.
count equal to word count and pass your sentence,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
If you run our method return 0 because we not written any logic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let what we are till now decided we are going to read one by one each character and figuring out whenever one space come, right? First space. We can say
Mm-hmm.
one word found, right?
Right.
So here let I already know if you want to read each character, you run the loop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or loop uh, int
For looking.
s
Yeah.
equal
Mm.
to 0 to less than your sentence dot length, right?
Mm-hmm.
I plus plus. So how to get one character? You have already know the function dot
Right.
array. Pass
Mm-hmm.
the position I. So you can get the each position character, right?
Right.
If here you find each character, but we don't want s out print character, we are able to print all the character. But our
Mm-hmm.
objective, we are not printing all the character, right? But
Right.
here we notice we are print all the character, even the space, right? This is the space,
Mm-hmm.
even the space, right? Even
Right.
the space. So
Right.
somehow we have to check if space, right? If
Mm-hmm.
character double equal to single quote space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then only I am printing. Let's do, right?
Right.
Then what? We are only printing the space part, not the all the things, right?
Right.
So notice we are printing only these three space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because this input contain one space, two space, three space, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even good option, you can just write here like int. So they
Mm-hmm.
give me the integer value like 32 instead of
Right.
space, nothing right here. So notice the 32, 32, right? means ki
Right.
all are the space.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of writing something, why not I have one counter, increment the counter, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's one. Means ki one space you found, that means one word count, right?
Right.
Word count. Okay. Word count one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just let's print the word count. Do you notice that we are able to count the number of space? One word, two word, three word, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
really, this is the one word. This is one space means one word, two word, three word. But still after ending one more word, right?
Right.
Because in the last there is in a space. So our complete sentence go out right here. So whatever the word count we have to return plus one.
Mm-hmm.
I know ki last we have a word also, right?
Right.
If you run this in this way, we are saying ki number of word count is the four, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Just you remove this, right?
Okay. Word count plus one. Okay.
Now this is the word
Right.
sentence number of word count.
Number count is four now.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So here in the program of word count, I am not doing anything. Just I am counting the number of space, right?
Right.
And on the basis of space, I find this a three space, then word should be the four, right? So I have
Right.
just incrementing logically plus one word,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
right?
mm-hmm. Right.
Is it okay? Any confusion? How to count the word in given sentence?
Yes.
This part already Anish did it, right? Only part this is just count part, right?
Right. Right.
This
Yeah.
variable need to place.
Right.
Correct.
To say like almost the code required to solve our problem, you already did it. Only need you to just this line, one line, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay, great. So in this question, any doubt, any confusion?
No. No.
No.
Nothing.
No. Good.
Okay, great. So let me. We are going to learn new topic. Uh,
Sure.
is it okay? And
Yeah.
in string
Sure.
class, there are lots of permutation, combination, question, answer. You will try, right?
Sure.
You can
Sure.
try it and lots of question answer. If any confusion, we can surely connect and discuss, right?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
But now, till now, we have learned to write one for loop, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
uh, if inside the if. So generally, also possible sometime you write one for loop inside another for loop.
Mm-hmm.
Here notice this is the one for loop, right? One for loop. In this for loop, we are writing if condition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible you can write another for loop here also as well as inside another for loop? Yes. In one for loop, we can write another for loop.
Right.
This is known as a nested loop. What is nested loop?
Loop.
Mm-hmm.
Loop inside a loop, right?
Right.
So I am going to just uh, explain why need, right? When
Mm-hmm.
you are going to do loop inside a loop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay? Because
Inside.
sometime this is the one for loop. Inside what we are doing, we are writing some line, some if clause.
Right.
Here
Right.
also we write some for loop, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what the logic, why we need, right? We have
Mhm.
to think. Then we have to write a code. Compiler allow, right?
Mhm.
So let's uh, print some character. One write a function like maybe static void nothing, just print.
Ajay bhai,
Yes,
I just have a quick question before
yes,
we go
yes,
into
yes.
this topic.
Okay,
About the previous example,
Hmm.
just to add something, is it possible to just make an output like, number one is, can you go back to the string?
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, 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 on the
Like,
top here,
like, like all the word, like in one line, like one line, two line, three line, like all this word. Like, go up. Can you go up?
go up means where? Output?
No, no, the string variable.
Okay. Here.
Yeah. So can we like do like number one is this, number two is.
Surely, why not? I want
Oh,
to like one word this,
Oh.
second word is, this
yeah,
four. I want to like four value as well, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
So I wanna put number beside,
No, you are saying कि I want put number means
like number one is this, number
okay.
two is.
I got a point.
Now
Number
कहना
this,
चाहते हैं हाँ हाँ
yeah,
कहना
we
चाहते हैं
can do.
जो
Let's do. Why not?
Okay, okay,
हम्म,
sure.
Let's do. Let's think. How we'll think. Here,
Uh,
our initial problem, we have to just count the word, right? Now,
हम्म,
correct,
problem, I have to get all the words on given sentence, right?
correct.
हम्म,
We have to get all words in a given sentence. So let how we'll do. Think. Let's write the new function.
हम्म,
Yes. It tick. Hmm. Currently, let's void get or print
हम्म,
Print the number letter
print all
or
words
word.
all words, okay, in
Mm.
हम्म,
input, right, in given state, in given sentence,
हम्म,
Yeah,
okay.
right.
Let's string.
given sentence.
Okay. Now we have a sentence. Here our objective is not the count word. I want to just
हम्म,
print word, right?
Yeah,
हम्म,
Is it okay?
yes.
yeah.
It's almost like what I did. I just put number. Like,
Just
yeah,
1 minute hold.
okay.
ভাবি ডাকতেছে বাইরে
হ্যাঁ, একটু অ্যাড করলাম এটা, বুঝছিস না?
না ওটা পসিবল তো ওটা হলো তো ইসের মধ্যে আর কি
হ্যাঁ, আমাদের নতুন চ্যাপ্টারটা সে কি বললো, কি কি স্টার্ট করছে নতুন চ্যাপ্টারটা?
মানে করবে আর কি
ফল লোকটা।
So are you now we are here?
Yeah.
So let's think how I am going to address this issue, right?
Mhm.
Or so what do you think? How I am going to that means here we need to subtract this word in separate out, right? This
Yeah,
in separate word, this in separate word, this in a separate word somehow.
yeah,
Right.
So how to, there are multiple way, right? Let's
Mhm.
go with the basic because this for this already string class have given some kind of a you say method in will which you can
Mhm.
use, right?
Mhm.
But here
correct.
I'm not going to use the inbuilt method. Let's think how we'll write, right? We know
Mhm.
we can read is character, right? So whenever we reach the space, right? Space.
Mhm. Mhm.
That time we have to say whatever the previous character we have. Somehow we have to maybe store somewhere, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And we make one word or just print somehow. Let's here for Good option. Let's I write the same code here, nothing different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Means I don't just write, I don't need to count, right?
No, you
Right.
don't need a count. No.
I want to print. So whenever is space, if it not space, then we have what I have to do?
We can create an
Print
array.
something. We have to print this. Let's have print whatever the you have character, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just look the output. What happened? What we are
Mm-hmm.
doing? We are if the space, then don't do anything, right? If not space, then print. Then what
Mm-hmm.
happened? They are printing all the character without space, right?
Right.
Without
Right.
space. If you just invoke this function somehow and pass the sentence, right?
Right.
This not solve our purpose, right?
No.
This not
No.
solve our purpose, right?
No.
So somehow we have to print like first one, then this word. Whenever a space come, let's here
Now
I
it is.
whenever a space I say new line. We are not
Acha.
writing anything.
Or this space there as well.
If you're not writing anything here, that
Mm-hmm.
means the new line. Go to new. If you run here and net notice,
Or breakdown. Yeah.
we are getting all word,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
right?
Right.
Right.
So here our objective is just print, not returning anything. That very simple. So
Correct.
we are just in the case of space, we are just a new line. Go to the new line. This is the new line. New lines means they are not printing anything. Control from here, go to the new line. From S here, go to the.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
This means ln means that is the new line, right?
Ln means
Right.
new.
Right.
Yeah.
Here you
Yeah.
notice I'm not writing ln, right? This is
No,
don't
I
new line.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
okay, okay. You're writing print. Okay.
Only write print the value. Don't go to the new line after printing. These
Mm-hmm.
lines say just print new line.
Such.
Hmm.
If I'm writing here something dot dot, right?
Yeah.
Like pi, right? So you
Yeah.
notice this
Then it
print
will
and go to
create a
the new
space.
line.
Mm-hmm.
Notice this is the print, then go to the new line. Print,
Yeah.
this is the new line. Print, this is the new line.
You're right.
So I am
Okay.
don't want to print anything, right?
100%.
Right?
Right.
Right.
Sometime I want no, I want here should be number like one, number two, number three, number four somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Eh? Would be a good
Right.
answer.
Mm.
Let's you will do. But this is the solve the problem which you want, right?
Right.
Right. Yes. Right.
This is a test. This is the forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the one way, simple way, right?
Right.
Acha.
But someone want this word, not the print, not the print. Why not we return this method? This method might be want to print or not print, right? Why not
Mm-hmm.
return something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can do as well as. So another way, which now I am going to use the concept of Java inbuilt function, right? You should
Mm-hmm.
aware this is the one way. But generally we are not writing code this way. We are not printing. Someone might be need, right?
Right.
So instead of print, I want to get. So here, instead of printing, I say static. Uh, let's void get. Here instead of print, get. Right? I want to get, and the same like input. So here I'm not going to write my own logic. Why not? This class already given a function, right? Here say string dot. This is the one function split, right?
Right.
Split is a function which break your string into the specific character which you pass. I say it's just on the basis of a space, right?
Right.
So whenever your compiler going to split. This is the one your sentence. You say, hey, API say split space. So they are going to splitting this, splitting, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. Mhm.
Whatever we currently doing for the logic manually code, this is already available in the existing function of string dot split.
Right.
Acha.
Split,
Okay.
whenever split, what they return? They return this all value 1, 2, 3, 4 value. They return a 4 string. So if you return you got string 1, string 2, string 3, string 4. So how you can manage 4 value in a array, right? Array of string,
Okay. That's
right?
right.
So this method returns array of string. Okay. So notice this is the array of
Mhm.
all words.
Mhm.
All words. Now you have a all words. This is the array because the first position would be this. So now
Mhm.
this is the array. Just you want to print. Yeah. How you want to print the value? The same. You want to for loop index,
Right.
right? I equal to 0. I less than.
Sentence.
See, this is the all word. No, this is the array of, right?
Okay. All. Okay. I see. All
All
right.
words dot,
All words. Yeah.
dot
Yeah.
length
Length.
plus I plus plus. And here I am say okay, now I am going to print out s out your I position, right? And what is the value? All word, all word of I, right?
Mhm.
Right.
So here you notice they return of all words. Okay, you have to call this function. Uh, let's this is one sentence. But compiler say error. Compiler is not happy. Say expected semicolon. Yes. Why expect? Okay, this is the right comma, right? Not semicolon, right?
Right.
And if you run, you notice we are able to print this word. So let comment out other parts. So right, so we get the same output, right? So here, what we are able to understand, this is the one input, right? Whenever
Mhm.
this is our input, whenever we split, after splitting, I am getting the all words in the array. So array 0 position have a this, 1 position देखो 0 position and a value, right?
Right.
This is a mess, right?
Mhm.
So might be you have to print in this method, okay? Or just say I want to return this. Whoever interested, they can get, right? And I say return string of array.
Mhm.
Now, who are going to call this method? They can get all the words. Like here we are get all words. String all words, right? Now, whatever written, I'm not writing any logic. I'm saying whatever the input string that is split on the basis of particular space, right?
All right.
Someone call and get all these words. A good part here you also have a length. Like if you write the length, you get the length 4, right? If you say s out array dot length, right?
Mhm.
Right.
You know the number of word this contain, right? Have a length function, right? Length property. So whatever you have input, you have all words length 4. This is not a 4 word, right? And these are all 4 words, right? So
So
instead of writing, I just
how
say yes, yes,
how do you mention in the split function? Do you mention that it needs to be separated by a space?
yes. I am saying this this is a sentence is a string class, right?
Mm.
So string
Yeah.
class have a, we have till now have a study function like caret, like length, like we have a study two array, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Similarly,
Right.
this is one function, a split function. A split function say, give me the character, give me the string on which basis I am going to splitting your input. This is the input. Our input was this, right? So I say, heck, this say API, I am passing this space, right? So they are going to print split on the basis of space, right?
Okay. Okay.
And once split, they get a forward, right? One word. This is test message, right? This is the forward. This is the one string, another string, another string, another four string, right? So how to manage four string? They say ki array. So they returns the array of string, right?
Mhm.
So they just club in the array, right?
All right.
And give you this complete four message.
Okay.
So this split function is help to
Yeah.
get all words, and you can also count, right? This is the array
Right.
that you can count the forward, right?
Right.
So whatever the here we written logic manually we are counting the word, same thing you can just do using the split function.
Right.
Now this is different because now we are using Java function,
API, Java
API,
library.
Java
Here
language
we are
function.
not writing our own function keep
Yeah,
counting.
yeah. So far we have been writing our own code.
So let me if I not writing anything, just comment out, right? We
Mhm.
we have this input, right? This
Right.
in simply I say I want to count. See, so here you can simply say I have a sentence, just split function, right? And I want
Mhm.
to split on the basis of a space, right?
Right.
Right? Or they return me all your splits string, multiple string, right? And just say length, I want to length, string dot length. You get the four length. You don't need to write any logic, right?
Okay. Okay.
Notice
Mm.
I am getting four length. If you want to all words, okay, let's I print the all words for each string t, and this is your array, and print the string t, right? You get all the words, right?
All right.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Even you don't write any logic. Already this is the length is the four, and this is the all words, right? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the function method already Java library available for you. Lots of the functions which we are learning already Java
Mhm.
API given you. Just we go
Mhm.
and use it.
Right.
Right. Right.
Like you want to two uppercase,
Now
right? This sentence,
is for our understanding that
right?
we so
How
far
it's
we
work,
have been
right?
developed. We
Right.
developed this what in the background what
Yes.
Java
So
gave us.
similarly, let's see want to output in the all uppercase, right?
Yeah.
If you print a sentence, this sentence, they always print like a whatever the you written, right?
Mhm.
There are lots of string. Just say here dot to uppercase. They return the complete to uppercase. This is the Java
Okay.
library for to uppercase, right?
That is Java. Yeah.
Right? You can note to uppercase, right?
Mm.
Mhm.
Or even you want to lowercase, right? Lots of
Mhm.
functionality Java library written for you,
Right.
right? So whenever we are going to use, we can just use and get the output, right? All uppercase, all lowercase. You can find the length. You can find all individual words, right? So all lots of this string class have given the function method for us, right? So
Right.
Right.
generally, whenever we're writing application, we are not going to write each and everything on manually, right? This
Mhm.
just help us to build your logic, how you think something different. If let's say some code, some API is not offered by string class, right? Then how you write, right? That in
Right.
the case of camel case, this string
Mhm.
class is not provide any camel case logic, right? So how you
Mhm.
write?
Mhm.
Okay, so whenever you say
Hmm.
any string class, here say dot, and it give lots of function. You notice two uppercase, two lowercase, split, get bytes convert, split with the limit, char at length, two char array, compare to, you want to compare one string to another string, right? Is string
Hmm.
empty, is concat, index of means ki specific want to character, right? Or index
Hmm.
of, or replace any old word to the new word you want to replace, right?
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Replace function, replacing. Trim means you just removing the space from beginning and last. So if you
Right.
notice, might be when I have a string, let's s equal to something like space space t space space t one space space t two, right? Space space
Hmm.
space, right?
Hmm.
To print out this function s value s, you get the complete whatever the you are written space right here.
Hmm.
Notice you are getting the complete all the space, right?
Right.
Maybe this is just right. Someone can in this way. So string class given us some kind of a logic. I want to remove this initial space and last space, right?
Hmm.
So here say same line we say I am going to string s dot trim, right? Trim is a
Hmm.
function which remove the initial space and last space. So if you notice this function, remove the space. Re- Initially space is removed, right? Initial space and last space, right? Removed.
Right. Right.
But they not remove the middle part.
Hmm.
I am saying you the write the code that remove all the space just except one, right? This should unnecessary, right?
That space
Should
is
be only one
unnecessary.
space, rest should be removed.
Right. Right.
Right.
And you write a code because string API does not offer such method.
Acha.
Really, next time let's you try. I want to remove this try space. I'll do.
Acha. Acha.
Okay.
Hmm.
So basically,
Yes.
sentence, that's the string name, right?
Yes. Yes.
So followed by a dot, and whatever method you
Yes.
write, that will be applied there.
Yes. Apply there. What of this IntelliJ idea from where they get? They get from the library. You know all
Hmm.
the function yesterday. I say just go to the Google and figure out all this method, right?
Right.
String API doc, right?
Hmm.
Documentation. You got here string, and here all those methods, whatever we are discussing, available for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yesterday
right.
we discussed this all function char point, index,
That's
character
correct.
point, concat, again copy value of, equal with, equals, equal ignore case, right? Yesterday we
Hmm.
discussed some ignore case,
We
right?
all discussed. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Similarly, these are function like index of, hash code, intern, is blank, is empty, lots of function length, lines, matches, repeat, replace, first, split. Today we use this function, right?
Hmm.
Split, split with limit, right? You can find out the particular input string start with this letter, here end with this letter, strip, lots of functions have two array already we use, right? Two lowercase we use, two uppercase, two string, trim function today we right? This remove the
Hmm.
your leading and trailing space. Remember? This is the logic written, right?
Hmm.
Return a string with the value with all leading and trailing space removed, right?
Hmm.
This is the string dot value of functions. So lots of function already have. How to know? Maybe using this Java doc, right? Or just use the IntelliJ any ID which help us to dot and get all the method, right? This is the S class, and you say like S dot and you get all the function, right? Here.
Oh, okay, okay. Mhm.
What S means S what type of string, right? So here
Hmm.
you can get the all the method of S class.
Oh, it depends on what what type of is it a string or
Variable
whatever?
you have, right?
Yeah.
Let us here I
Okay.
have a variable like maybe int, right?
int, yeah.
int a, like a 10. So here you do a dot, you cannot do anything. You are not getting any method call, right?
Okay, okay.
There is no any method because int is the primitive data type. Primitive data type is the just value, not object. But you say here integer is a class.
Oh,
Integer is a one
integer.
class, and say a equal to 10, right? Right? And here
Yeah,
you
right.
notice a dot have a some function, right?
So what is the difference between integer and int? Is it
Later part
Same.
we understand these
okay,
are the
okay,
value. Okay,
Same.
these are the
okay,
objects. Yeah, if you need some method, then you
Hmm.
always need a class, right?
okay, okay.
So later part we discuss why need integer class, right? Currently we are still running the basic things. Basic thing means give a just value. 10 is a one integer value.
Right, right.
But
So far
whenever
we
we
have
are going to study in some collections API, some Java advanced version, where
then it will be clear.
always we need to consider each and everything as object, right?
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
So in these cases, sometime we are using the, so currently you say integer is the primitive value, the actual value. Integer is the object that is just wrapper of this same, but additional feature, additional method, right?
Right.
So sometime this integer class known as a wrapper classes,
Hmm.
just
Right.
wrapping the integer value and adding some more feature, right? Okay. So for all primitive data type like integer, float, double, char, all have a some wrapper classes. Let's here writing we have character C equal to like any character, right? Similarly, we have a wrapper class character C equal to
Oh,
C,
oh, okay,
right?
okay.
So
Oh,
here you cannot do any function like C dot cannot do, but here we have a function CC dot. We have to is to char value compared to hash code, right? Compared to
oh,
another character.
character is a class
Yeah,
too.
character is the class. So indication ki whenever any class start with the capital letter, right? This is
Hmm.
small letter data types.
Right, right. Okay.
So till now we have only read about the primitive data type, right? That is the actual
Hmm.
value, not like classes.
Right, right.
So first class we are reading string nowadays.
String, yes. That's the
String is a
first one.
class and lots of method we are using,
Hmm.
right?
Right, right.
So in cases, you can do lots of more exercise with a string. Like here, say remove the space, maybe a particular replace. I want to replace all S with a capital letter T, right? Or R, right? So this logic we have to build, like finding, replacing, adding, removing anything. Like
Right.
you have remembered, whenever
Yes.
we study array of integer, we are able to remove some element from the array, right?
Right.
Remove the
Right,
A number, B number, right?
All right.
right.
Similarly, here you also see replace, remove, find, change, all the things we can do in this input, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, right.
Okay. Any question?
No.
Because string class have you can say need lots of classes. You can say again do lots of exercise here, right?
That's right.
Right.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's you will try all this permutation combination. Still,
Sure.
you face any kind of a doubt, confusion, how to write the code like replacing or finding duplicate or removing the particular uh, character. Like here example, I want to remove the space, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, I want to remove the duplicate character. I want to find the any character duplicate or not. So lots of questions we can do with this string class.
अच्छा.
The
Right.
only objective, all those exercise help us to think how to write the loop, how to write the if, how to you feel familiarity of these things initial level, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it's okay. Any question till now?
No.
Yeah, no, it's good now. Are we going to look into like the uh, nested for loop?
Yes, thus I'm trying to help.
Yeah.
कि why just little bit like sometime I need. Let's see. I want to print star here.
Mhm.
Uh, one star here, right? One star
Mhm.
here. Someone say 3 star.
Mhm.
So how will do? Simply print this new line, print new line. This it will not any problem, bug, right? So
Mhm.
Right.
let's. I am just writing here.
Yeah,
White,
we can.
epic, white, print some message. Okay. So here say S out
I'm not.
light star, right? I say
Mhm.
it's a print a 3 star. So
Right.
let's say here say 3 star. You say loop, and if you not loop, then you have someone say print 3 star. So
Mhm.
I have to call this function somehow from here. Okay? And let's see, I comment all the things, right?
You're right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay? And if you run here, so why I am going to today, because one thing we touch here about the print line and print function. So we are going to explain where we are going to use this and where I am going to use this exercise something, right?
You're right. Mhm.
So here you notice we are getting the one output, right? This is the 1 star.
Mhm. Uh-huh.
Even I
Right.
just comment out the top one. So let's say I want to five star. So what these basic things you think I want to, so you go and copy paste 5 times, right? Right here, right?
Right.
Someone say ki print 5 star. So you can just copy paste 5 times.
Mhm.
Right.
But we already know why I am going to write the same kind of a line again and again 5 times, right? Why not just say, hey compiler, you do for me, right? Why you are doing for me, right? Correct.
Right.
So I say, oh, okay, let's do. I'm writing one time, a rest time compiler do for me. I'm not going. So I am say, s print int I equal to 0, I less than, let's give 5 times, right?
Right. Right.
I plus plus,
Mhm.
and here you write. If print it, you notice you are getting this 5 time value, right?
You're right. Right.
Right.
Till now it's okay, but I
Mhm.
want not this one time. I
Right.
want this is uh, 4
Multiple
star.
times.
This not only one time, 5 time.
Mhm.
This I want this should be like a two time, two time, two time,
Mhm.
two time, two
Mhm.
time.
Mhm.
Then how will do?
Mhm. You're right.
What you can think? How will do? The best option you can say. I am going to write this is a two time. Look like here two time without new
Mhm.
line. If you write this way, go to the new line. I go not write new line. I not going write new line.
You're right.
I say this time. Means ki for 5 time, but internally for each I have a 2 time. But you notice always go to the here. So what we are say? Just do one time new line.
Mhm.
One time new line. So 2 time here. What we are saying?
Mhm.
2 time this line, right? Then
That's
become a
me.
new line. Again say 2 time new line. Again take 2 time new line, right? So
Mhm.
if you run here, you notice you are getting output like a 5 row but 2 time, right?
Right.
No, some I want to 3 times. So again you say okay, let's get 3 times, yeah, 4 times, right?
Right.
So again you are repeating the same thing in multiple times, right?
Mhm.
I want to print 4 star, 4 star, 4 star 5 times. So why I'm writing this 4 times? Why not say ki compiler you can do for me again loop, right? If I am say this is the only one time, that means they are loop only one time, right?
Mhm.
They are printing only one, right? If I am say this is a 2 time, they are going to print for me 2 time, right?
Mhm.
Right. So instead, if I this thing I want to loop again. So I am say ki I am going to write, don't write this again. I am going to say again another for loop.
Right.
Let's time, let's say here 3 times, right? Here 4 times.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Here say j plus plus.
Mm-hmm.
So here I am saying another loop.
Mm-hmm.
You notice one loop already there, but inside another loop I'll teach.
Mm-hmm.
So here our objective notice ki I am able to writing one star, but again printing multiple times. If this is the 5 time, so our loop go, they are printing this star in a particular pattern 5 times,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
So this first loop is for number of row. Notice number of row you want. Number of row you want 5, you
Five
do 5.
times. Yeah.
For each row, the number of column you want to print.
Right.
This is the internal loop.
I see. Okay.
Internal loop say for each number of column.
Mm-hmm.
Here internal loop say this is the only 2 times. So they only print 2 times each loop.
Right.
So this is for a column, this is for your row. Just your understanding, right?
Well,
I say no, I want to like 8. This 8 column they are printing,
oh, I see.
right?
Uh-huh.
So if please be clear, our complete this computer screen work as a row and column concept.
Mm-hmm.
This is the number of row, right?
Right.
Number of row. This is number of column, right?
Mm-hmm.
So whatever this top loop for the number of rows. What number of row you want, right?
Right.
This internal loop, this is nested loop for the number of column.
Mm-hmm.
So you decide ki nested loop run 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time,
Right.
right? So here
Right.
say ki nested loop run from only the I time, maybe I time. Then what happens?
Oh, this is
Let's say start from 1.
Mhm. Oh, less than okay. 5 times.
So you are noticing here
Uh, 5.
number of row 8. Number of row, let's 8. You don't here now you are deciding our 8 number of row. This is the 8 number of row, right? But each column, notice this is the column. This is number of row, right? This is 1 row, 2 row, 3 row, 4 row, 5 row. This is your this, right? Number of row. Or this is number of column. Number of column. This is the 1, 2. This column, right?
Yeah.
So here you can understand like
Column
this.
is how many columns? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns.
Right. So here say whenever the number 1 row come, here you print 1 star. For second row you print 2 star, right? Third row you print the 3 star. Fourth row you print a 4th star.
Right.
5th row you print a 5 star.
Right. But like in here you mentioned 8. Right.
So you are starting from 1 to 8. What do you mean by?
That is
7,
the
right?
number of the rows. It would be a 7 row. Oh, okay, 1.
Let's do equal to from 1 to here start 1 to equal.
That should be 7 rows.
That's a simple day, so understandable. 5 first, right?
That's a 5.
This is for 5 row. This is the 5 row.
Yeah,
1 row, 2 row, 3 row,
2,
5
3, 4, 5.
4, 5 row. For each row, the number of column you want to print. The number of column here you say I. I means if 1, then 1.
1.
If 1 row, 1. Second time you show I become a 2, 2. Here you are running condition. This is the condition I. Notice I depend upon I number of column you are going.
Achha.
Right? So here, the purpose of that, whenever you are running this top loop always you consider this is the number of row you want, right? For each row, the number of column you want. This is the for column row. Here say for each column row I want 3. So you just mention here 3. Here 2. So you just mention 2. But sometime you want 1, sometime you want to 2, sometime you want to 3, sometime you want to 4.
Right.
That means this condition should be dynamic, right?
Right.
Sometime 1, sometime 2, sometime 3, sometime 4, right?
Right.
So here you can say no, always I want to 3 character, right?
Acha.
Column always 3. If you run, so
Mhm.
always for each row they are printing a 3 column.
Right.
Notice they are printing 3 column.
Uh-huh.
So now always print 8. So this always print 8 times. What kind of things you want in the number of column, right? Is it okay? So this is row for your number of column. This is row for your number of row.
आप भी तक बदल गए क्यों? और पहले तो just like first time when you just like it was giving as a
Here saying na, here what you are writing here you are saying ki for each column I want to run loop 8 times.
अच्छा
So always they are running 8 times.
अच्छा
Here say ki no, always run 2 times. So always they are running a 2 times this column, right? So depend upon the conditions. You notice for all 2 times.
right.
So here you have to decide ki what kind of condition you are writing.
So this inside for loop,
Right.
they are running, they are finishing, then going back to the main loop.
Right. First, for I equal to 1, one time they are going to loop this 2 times.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. I see. Yeah,
For
yeah.
I2, again they come, फिर again 1, 2, again 2 times. फिर again for each number of row, this internal, first this loop complete, then go to the again new I plus plus.
Got it. Yeah.
Right? So here condition should be, if you here write like I, this means what? If for this I1, then 1 time, right? If I become a 2, you run 2 times. If I
Right.
become a 3, then you 3 times. If you notice
Right.
here you changing the output.
Right.
Here, this is if I 1, they have only 1 time, right?
अच्छा
This is the number of I become a 2, so they are 2 times, right?
अच्छा जब भी मैंने
Yeah,
नंबर हाँ
3, they are going to the 3 times.
हाँ और जब भी मैंने नंबर लगा दिया उसी वक्त पे that much of column they are going to add it.
Yeah,
Just like if I
here
write
you are
down
deciding
my
which
three,
number of column, yes, which
then
number of column you want.
अच्छा हाँ
So you have to decide on this condition,
अच्छा
right?
हाँ
So is it clear? Sometime I want our output as per some, right?
right
So instead of write I like just like here write maybe 1. So here they are printing 1 1 1 1, right? Right? I want to 2, like they are printing 2 2 2 2, right? Right? Even I know I want to just some simple variable like here n variable, like let's like a 1. And here I am going to run like just loop 3 row, 4 row, right? Here I say like n variable, right? And here say after n I just say n plus plus, right?
अच्छा
You notice we are getting the different output. Like this is the first time 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 10. Right?
हाँ
I want to some kind of a space. So here I print something in space, right?
Eh.
We are printing something in space, right?
वो easy हाँ
Right? Someone say you can write the program that print the output like this.
right.
So generally for printing this, you have to look like a concept of row and column.
Right.
So whenever you want to print some output, consider this is your screen, right? This is your screen, right? Here you are printing number of row. Number of row. Number of row 1, 2, 3, 4. So your first row go 4 times, right? In the each number of column, this is number of column, right? Number of column, number of column. Here first time you want to print only one. That means this is the one row, this is the two row, this is the three row, this is the four, right? If you say here I want to only print only one number, this means the number of row one, then I want to print only one. If number of two, row two, then I want to print a two value, right?
Right.
Number if this is the three, I want to print three value, right? If this is the four, I want to four print value. That means here whatever the value of I, this would be my number of column.
अच्छा.
So I have decided,
समझ गया.
right?
Hmm.
So you have to do some practice with this looping concept, right?
अच्छा. And
Sometimes
this
you
one is very important. Yeah, I need to, especially for myself, I need to just clear out this one.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just visualize your screen is like a row and column. Whatever the output, right?
Right.
So this is your maybe row, 0 row, 1 row, 2 row, and 3 row, right?
Right.
Here you decide the number of column what you want to do. Okay. So if here I become a 0, then here decide the number of output I want. Like
अच्छा.
here I want output like in this way. Let's you try. I want 1, 2, 3, 4. Here I want to like 5, 6, 7. Here I want to 8. Here 9. Here 10. Can you write the code?
अच्छा. अच्छा.
You write the code, right?
Okay.
Here I am written reverse, right?
हाँ.
Same program I want to this way.
अच्छा.
Let's you do.
अच्छा.
Or maybe simply I want like this star. Maybe not want to, right? Star. Star. Let's here 5 star. Then 4 star.
4 star, then 3,
Then
then
3 star. Then 2 star. Then 1 star. Let's try.
अच्छा.
Right? So you have to decide this is the number of row. This number of row, your top loop say, right?
Right.
And number of column, your this loop say. First time you have a 4 time, next time 3, then 2, then 1. We have to. So this condition we have to think how we write, right?
Right.
For number of row, you have to decide here. So please consider this is your number of row you want to print. This is your number of column for each row.
Such.
We can put minus.
Whatever you think, let's try.
Okay.
All the permutation combination you do, right? So let's you try this question, right? Right? Simply I want to give the output, maybe you want to give like here 2, 2, 2, 2. Then 3, 3, 3. Then again 4, 4. Again like 5. I want this output.
अच्छा.
Right?
Okay, got it.
Any kind of permutation combination I think, right? This is the output I want. You will do.
Right.
Let's you do all the questions you solve using these two loops. One is the number of row, another is the number of column.
अच्छा.
Right.
Is it okay?
हाँ.
Yes.
Let's you try.
Okay, Ajay.
But this help us to understand how our loop inside loop work. Sometime in future, I am going to write a code. That time we are going to use the two loop, a nested loop. Similarly, nested for loop, right? Nested if loop, right? Nested means ki if top is your for loop, this is the for loop. Inside another you are writing a for loop, right? This is the nested. Similarly, this is the top if block, right? If block inside if you are into another if block, nested if, right? Might be this is one top and inside also you write a for loop, right?
Right.
nested can be any level, right? Depend
Sure.
upon your business logic.
Sure.
Right.
So at least you should aware the two level,
Right.
right?
So there are more level, more
Yes,
than two.
more level you can do multiple, 3 times, 4 times, as per your business need, what kind of output you want, right?
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
There is no any hard code here. Also, I can write for loop.
mm-hmm.
There is a compiler not force anything, right?
No, it is not.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the logic you want, you can write,
Yeah,
right?
right. Uh-huh.
Compiler not enforcing you,
Forcing
right?
us to, yeah.
But as per our requirement problem, we have to think sometime we are going to write loop inside a loop,
Mm-hmm.
condition inside a condition, right?
Right.
So at least you should aware at least a two level. Later part we are going to the 3, 4 as per your needed, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay. So till now we have studied two things. One thing, this nested for loop, loop inside another loop. Today we have learned two concepts. This print function, one is the print ln function, right?
Right.
Whenever you want to, if this is your screen, whenever you are printing anything, print function always going to print from here, from here, from here, from here, until
Mm-hmm.
you are not writing this new line. They are not going to the new line. Be
Right.
sure. If you want from here go to the new line, you have to write this function. Why I am writing
Mm-hmm.
this? Whenever this is I equal to 1, this loop done. After that I say new line. Then control from here, go to the new line here. Then again say
Mm-hmm.
star, star, star. Once this loop done, then I say new line. Then come
Mm-hmm.
control goes to new line. If you are using this function, print function, notice always character going to write the continuous line, same line, right? They are
Right.
not going to the new line until you are not telling compiler. So this is the line, say new line,
Mm.
right?
So, huh.
Is it clear?
It is.
Someone even alternative of this, you can someone write in this line or someone say slash n. This also the
Mm-hmm.
same thing.
Mm-hmm.
This line and this line both are the same thing. Notice
Acha.
if I'm not writing this new line, you notice our output look like very straight one line. Print always going to print the same line.
Acha, acha,
They are
acha.
printing all the same line. Notice.
हाँ 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 ना
So
वो समझ गया मैं हाँ
you
हाँ
have to decide whenever you see print function, always going to
हम्म
the print the same row, same row,
हाँ हाँ
same
हाँ
row,
हाँ हाँ
same row,
हाँ हाँ
until you are not say, hey compiler, now I want to go to the new line.
न्यू लाइन
So
exactly
here I
exactly
want to say, hey compiler, new line.
right agree
Agar if you here write print ln, that means
हम्म
you are telling compiler print this star
हाँ
and go to the new line.
न्यू लाइन क्रिएट कर दो हाँ हाँ
So if you printing this, they are printing all in the straight line.
सही
Notice.
सही समझ गया हाँ
So be carefully. You have to somewhere print function or somewhere print ln, right?
अच्छा हम्म
By default, nature of your code always go to the straight line
हाँ
until you are not saying you go to the new line.
अच्छा
In the Java, new line you can do a two-way. Yeah,
हम्म
just write this a blank line or you say slash n means new line. Compiler understand. If here also write the slash n. Again, go for the new line.
अच्छा
But they are going to double line, right? One, this function say new line. How you are also saying the new line.
न्यू लाइन
Notice the two new line.
हाँ समझ गया
Is it okay? So
हाँ
please be carefully whenever using the function println or new line. When you can use new line, when you are not going to use, right?
right
But these are the multiple function available for you, right?
yeah
Right.
sure
Is it okay? So whenever we are working on the some output screen, some specific format. So this function print and println help, right?
Right.
Till now, whatever we learn, we never focus on what kind of output you want, right?
Right.
Output can be any format, right? Maybe one liner, a different liner. There is no bother till now. But here,
Mhm.
sometime our program say ki output should be like this.
Uh,
In future, we'll try to print like he not this maybe this line, maybe 2 star, maybe 3 star. I want to print, right? Maybe
Right.
mhm.
4 star here in this way, 5 star.
Right.
Let's try,
Mhm.
right? I
Right.
want to
Sure.
output this. How will think, right?
Uh,
Whatever
Correctly.
I'm printing in the reverse order, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
Very
want to
well.
something in like this triangle. Currently, we are
Mm.
printing triangle like this, right?
Right.
Here.
Right. Right. Right.
Let's try to print triangle like this one.
Sure.
So this help us to understand how this loop work and how this function print and println work.
Right.
This
Agree,
is
sir.
the exercise.
Agree. Sure.
Okay.
So so the exercise is this way,
Yes.
the triangle, like first star
Yes.
one,
Yes. You
star
have
two.
to first write. Already I am written this triangle, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am already written here, right? This triangle, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
That's right.
You again first write this triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. First you okay. Control Z. First you is write this triangle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Multiple are again same this but this way, right? In this way.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple
Okay.
value, फिर 2 value, फिर 1 value, right? In this way.
Got
Currently
it.
our
Got it.
base is the down. You just reverse the base, go to the top, right?
Right.
Correct.
Let's try, right? I'll do.
Sure.
At least you first. At least you try one. This one. At least.
Mm-hmm.
This is the easy for you, right? Just this
Yes.
is the 5 star, right? Then
Right.
4 star, then
Mm-hmm.
3 star, then 2 star, then 1 star. Let's try this
Sure.
simplest one, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So
No
that
problem.
you should get familiar to something.
Okay.
Okay?
Now we are getting the basic of Java, like getting confident, like little bit, little
Slowly,
bit,
slowly. Yeah.
little bit. Yeah.
Okay. So I think we are good for the day. Any doubt, confusion, question?
I'm okay for now. Yeah.
Me too.
Good.
So I'll see you tomorrow. Or
Sure.
Ajay, like I'm going out of the city. If it is